So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everybody, it's a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong. I'm your host, Mohammed Magdi, recording on a beautiful rainy Sunday evening. Now you're listening on interday of listening.
Yes.
And I'm here with my co-host.
Hey, it's me, Vivek Mahbubani, the guy that you have noticed from the podcast, from the internet, from the comedy shows, as well as hopefully now from Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So something
wild is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So let me
what I
explain
know, before you explain, what I know is that you have been doing comedy for about 55 years.
Yeah, exactly. My whole
And
life.
yes, your whole life.
Yeah.
And you have managed to gain some success, especially on Facebook.
Yes. Facebook
in terms
was,
of followers,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Facebook was done and done.
And you have kind of always not managed to crack Instagram
Correct.
for the longest time.
For some
we've
reason-
had multiple conversations about it, including on the podcast when we're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you know, the discipline of posting and all of these things.
Yeah.
And then so you're stuck at a certain number of followers on Instagram, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then, literally, like 2 days before we start recording,
Yeah.
and then your followers double.
Exactly.
Now, we're not saying that your followers are 200 to 400
Yeah.
because that's not very impressive.
Yeah.
So your followers before,
Was like, we were at like around 6,000.
right?
I'm right now, I just checked at 13,000.
So you do comedy for so many years.
Yeah.
And then-
nobody cares.
And then, so here's my question.
Yes.
Did you post your dick on stories?
Exactly. I think it was a dick move, but not my dick itself.
Right.
Yeah. No, so what I actually did is that I had my solo show happening this weekend as we're recording, and we had a little problem with the ticketing and everything. We hadn't sold any tickets because the ticketing wasn't even up, like just 13 days before the show. I had like 300 tickets to try to
This
sell.
is such a classic comedian say, like blaming the ticketing platform.
Yeah.
So I had a problem with the ticketing. What they're trying to say is like, I didn't sell any tickets.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
this is another way to say it. We had a problem with the tickets.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm correct. The ticketing was a problem. It just this time for once, it wasn't my issue.
Right.
No, but absolutely right. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what's going on? You know. And then finally we start selling tickets, and I'm losing my mind because I'm like, there's no way I'm selling like 300 to like 400 tickets in 10 days. Right? This
Right.
is crazy. So then I'm just like, you know what am I going to do? I'll do some typical ads on social media. I'm like, that never works anyway. And I decided, you know what? We've had this conversation before, me and Mo. We talked about how it's time to get hip with the kids, put the videos on and stuff like that. So I decided, all right, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to post a video of one of my bits that I've done before, and just whatever it is, right?
Right.
So
And
of
put
course,
it up on ICQ.
exactly, nice
Yeah.
exactly, right? Now, you know me, before I do any of these things, I have to do like thousands of research.
Right.
I got to like study what is the history of IG.
Right.
Why not IN, why IG, stuff
Yeah.
like that, right? I'm studying all that stuff. So I go to these schools to give their talks, okay? So at the school talk, I force myself to post an IG story of I'm at the school doing this talk. And I make myself post a IG carousel post of a picture of me doing the talk at the school. The
Wait,
kids,
did you say, you mean IG stories?
I know that story is number one.
What
and
is
also
carousel?
So it's the photos, just the photos. Basically, the Instagram carousel means the photos, not the videos. All right.
Oh, so the post, like an IG
Yeah,
post.
the IG
Okay.
post, but they call it carousel apparently now.
Do
that's,
they?
that's what the research tells me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I put this post with the
Yeah.
photo, and the kids are in the shot.
Right.
They are losing their minds. They're like, oh my god, I'm in a photo. They're sharing and everything. I was
Sure.
like, okay, this kind of works. So if I tell them something they understand, they like it. Huh.
Right.
So I quickly posted a video of one of my comedy bits, which is the bit about me taking the lift and pressing the door close button. Everyone lost their shit. Everyone's sharing it and everything. I was like, first of all, that's
Yeah.
a 20-second bit.
Right.
I spent my life doing comedy for all these years,
Yes.
trying to think like, how can I get a few more followers? Putting nicely angled shots, adding captions of like, comedy really brings me joy because
Yeah.
it's my way to express my life. Hopefully, connecting with my audience. Nobody cares. I'm like, hey, so like, you know, the best thing in Hong Kong is when you press the door close button on your friend. Everyone's like, yay!
It's not even that, like, it's nothing to do with the bit, I think. Like, the bit is
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
like you are actually, like, playing down how good the bit is. The bit is great.
Yeah.
However, the editing to me, as just an old man who, like you, cares about quality and resolution, the editing is garbage.
It's garbage.
It's so bad.
It's shit.
Like, yeah, it's like you know, the zooming in on the hands and
Yeah.
the crazy fonts. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is this shit?
Dude, when I
Why
posted
are
that
you
up,
following me?
I lost all hope on humanity. I was like, this is what
You
works?
sold out.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe it. I gotta zoom my finger because I'm talking about my finger, and you're like, that's a finger. Dude, if you watch my shit, so everybody go to Instagram now. You don't have to follow me, whatever.
Yeah.
Funny Vivek.
I unfollowed you already.
Yeah, exactly. I'd follow you. I can't be part of this, right? Just watch the clip, the Hong Kong happiness in 20 seconds, right? Watch that.
Yeah.
Watch how I have to pop up the words.
Yes.
This word is big, that word is small to get your attention. So you get the whole rhythm. Because
Yeah.
God forbid I give you subtitles, you're like, I don't want to read.
Also,
but if I pop the word, it works.
Watch someone cut what I just said. The editing is garbage, and then play me after playing all of these
Yeah.
videos with no success.
Yeah.
And then playing like a then. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Oh,
I will totally try. By
it's
the
all
way,
garbage.
I will
don't
still do
like-
the garbage editing and
Yeah.
try to. Oh my god.
Well,
Right,
there you go.
lost
So yeah,
hope in humanity.
So now I've lost humanity's hope. However, today I have a lot more hope because we finally have a guest again. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so
We've
good.
actually been. I have been like I looked at the previous episodes. The last 3 or 4 guests are all stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had Jason in Australia.
Oh yeah, Jason Young in Australia. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Andy,
When he was here?
ex-comedian.
Oh yeah, technically he has told jokes before.
Yeah, he has.
give him that.
His face is one. And
Yeah,
and
and
then Kevin J. So that's actually we're a pretty good.
Our streak is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the streak is strong. So today we have a special guest. You might have heard of him, and if you have, well done. If you haven't, well then try harder. I guess but it's okay. This is our non-prepared introduction.
Yes.
This is how we introduce all our guests with no respect. Please welcome to the podcast from. You want to say Japan?
No.
Oh, please welcome to the podcast right off the stage, Ollie Horn.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So this is how the whole podcast quality. We lower the quality down, much inspired by the Instagram reel of dumbing shit down.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we're gonna double our
You
listeners.
even checked what country you want me to come from during introducing you.
While looking at your very white face and
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
Do you know,
Japan, right?
MCs make that mistake. Well, they used to make that mistake a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'd get like, all the way from Japan, Ollie Horn. And first of all, you'd have the audience go, well, here we go. This will be dicey, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then I walk up and it's not a Japanese guy, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I have to like address it.
Yeah.
And it's like not the plan. Right?
Right.
Um,
And
Well,
obviously,
lucky
like
for
also
you.
Japanese people don't really say the letter L. So it's
Yeah.
like there is no
Ollie.
way someone even
Yeah.
named the
Yeah.
Japanese kid L, like Ollie.
Yeah. I would have been. And do you know what's really funny? There was an exchange student at my school called Risa, right? And that's the correct pronunciation. Risa.
say that again?
Risa.
Lisa.
So it's like it's the Japanese R and L sound is like midway between the right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the alphabet is rariruredo, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
Risa, right? And she had the toughest time because everyone was like, yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Risa.
Lisa.
So like, there's nothing she could do to
And
persuade
then she
people.
looks at
that-
you, she's like Ori.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, well, my name in Japanese is Ori.
Yeah,
Horn.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Ollie Horn.
But there's nothing she could do to persuade people that she was right.
Yeah.
Right? No, that is my name. Yeah, Lisa. No.
Yeah, it's Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, there was now I remember this. There was another kid from at my school. I worked at my school after I left my high school because we used to have loads of international exchange students come, and they'd always come a week early to get settled. And all the kids from Hong Kong and Taiwan and mainland China would have to choose their English name in that first week. And I remember saying to the class, just choose whatever
Yeah.
you want. It doesn't matter.
Your favorite word is good.
So
yeah.
exactly. And one of them went for their favorite color, yellow.
Oh.
Right.
And so week one, hi, I'm yellow. We just put a stop to it.
You're like, all right, we're
Wait.
assigning you numbers now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. And the weirdest thing is that it's the Taiwanese or Chinese kid or the Hong Kong kid that said they call yellow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Oh,
We're
man.
splitting hairs at the
Yeah,
stage, aren't
at
we?
that moment you're like, this is not politically correct at all to
No.
even call yourself that.
Can I also say, for legal reasons, all these kids are from one country. Keep going.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yes,
yeah, that's why I
exactly.
said we're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
All right, so the kids are trying to pick up the names, and one is yellow. Any other standout names you've
Well,
had?
all the other names, they were always so Dickensian, Like the education of these kids is they're often from a rich part of Asia. So they've had quite a good education already. And typically the ones which they would send to a bottom tier private school in the UK tended to be the thick ones, right? And so their cultural references were they'd read one Dickens. So there was a lot of Edwins and
Clifford's.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know the score. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Actually, like, I've seen you speak fluent Japanese, and you do, but I think you're also too white to not sound racist. Even when you speak fluent Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the ultimate loophole that like, I can do the language, so I must be able to do the accent.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're doing an impression.
Well, there's a really funny, there's a great show called Joke Thieves, which is by a comedian called Will Mars. He does it at the Fringe every year. I think he might have toured it. And basically, each comedian does a 5-minute set, and then another comedian.
We have done it locally before.
Yeah. Do you know what? And it was a rip-off, and Will was very angry about it.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Whoops. We
In
thought
fact-
it's just like, you know, it's kind of like an
This should probably
like a
improv
Christmas
game or
Kringle
something,
show. You know what I mean? Like a game show.
This should probably be off record.
Oh, no,
but
go for
I
it.
was a back channel between the organizer, who we all know who it was.
Wait, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, okay.
The one in
now
Hong Kong,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
That's funny. Anyway, so you know
Well,
the format.
ironically, the Joke Thieves show was stolen. So I'm just saying. I mean, he did.
He really had it coming, didn't he?
I'm just saying. It was in the name, buddy. I mean, like, you know.
Nice.
Fucking format
It's
thieves.
like calling your bank Mo money. It's like, no, I don't want that.
But anyway, so the format is you do 5 minutes, someone else steals it. And my trick in that show is I will always do a joke in Japanese. So then when the other comic has to steal my routine, they've got to find a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Joke Thieves is that there's a certain competitive spirit to it.
Yeah.
We're trying to trip the other one over.
Totally.
In a very nice kind of, you know, friendly way. We're like, we're just having a good time together, right?
You did one.
I did one
the
with
last-
Danny.
With Danny, that's what I'm thinking of. So local comedian in Hong Kong, Danny, who is a lady.
Yes.
And you are not.
I'm not, exactly.
And so you go up as Danny, and what are you wearing? Describe yourself.
So what I did is I wore a black garbage bag over me because Danny has a little bit more of, let me just say, size.
Hefty lass.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So I decided what better way to portray a person of a certain proportion than put on a whole garbage bag over my body.
And then put a pillow
and put a
under?
pillow under as well, just to show the volume, the dedication of the art form.
Right.
And to also show the comparison to how big she could be. She was holding a notepad the size of like an A4 sheet. I went and took like a small little pad the size of your phone and held it up, comparing to the same size to say that's how big she is.
All I'm hearing is fat phobic.
Exactly, a very fat phobia.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm shaking
Can I
my
just say, as
legs.
someone who's overweight, it's actually quite funny. It's quite funny to say the
Thank you for
someone's weight.
allowing us to now make fun of you.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's my F word. You can all.
Yeah.
Ollie's giving you the nod. You can-
Nice. All right. So, is your mama so fat?
No, actually, my mum's not. She's thin and good looking. I'd talk about this in my show, which you'd know if you'd been.
no.
Well, if you went to a right place to do
Exactly.
the show, you know,
You're sitting in front of two other. You're literally performing. Both of us run our own shows.
In fact, I couldn't have picked a location that was.
Exactly. You have the balls to come here and be like, you could have come to our show.
Yeah, I'm like, really? I couldn't, dude.
I mean, you could.
Actually, no. Literally, if we buy both of us,
Yeah.
if we buy tickets,
I'm pretty
we're
sure
still
he'd
not
be like,
allowed
yeah,
in.
no, I'll pay you your money back. Get out.
Really?
Yeah.
On record.
But
Yes.
anyway,
Yeah.
one of the lines in my show is I say I get myself in knots, right? But obviously it's a bit. But I pretend to get a bit confused with my place, and I accidentally say that my mum's good looking, and I say that she's got a lovely rack. That's hereditary, and it doesn't really get a laugh. But I always I just know that some people will enjoy that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've got tits. There we go. That's
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I don't know, man. So like, did you do that bit in your show?
yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Did the people laugh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good show. I'm good at
Well,
comedy.
there you go. Now you've cultivated a good audience that can kind of enjoy that kind of little smart humor. We have to go like, oh,
Well,
I
you're
see where
coming
this
off
goes.
the back of a weekend in Hong Kong for people who don't know.
Oh, yeah, let's set some
in a
context.
place.
Yeah.
For the context.
This
in a-
Japanese guy speaks damn good English.
Exactly right. What's happening?
So let's start from the beginning. You're born in 1980.
yeah, exactly.
How did you get to a Hong Kong weekend in 2023? I mean, we have 7 hours left, so we can
Yeah.
start
Let's
now.
do. All right. Shall I give you my relationship with Hong Kong?
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Shall I tell you the actual truth?
Tell me the actual truth of why Hong Kong is a place you know of.
And just so
Okay.
you know, every time you mention the name of the place where you performed, we're gonna cut it out.
Okay,
So,
Yeah.
fine.
yeah.
I knew that censorship was,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a thing here.
Let me just say, we're getting ready for the real censorship.
Yeah.
So look, I didn't know anything about Hong Kong until I made a friend at university, right, who happened to be beautiful.
But was this person a Hong Kong person?
Yeah. She was
Ah,
from Hong
okay, that
Kong,
made sense
And then
then.
she went to go study in the UK.
Ah.
And so I think she was probably my first. There was definitely kids from Hong Kong at my school.
Yes.
But that wasn't relevant to 16-year-old me because they were the Chinese students.
Ah.
You know, in the sense like I was. Do you know what? Looking back, I went to an amazing school with kids from all around the world, and also looking back, rich kids. That's the other thing. They're all, you know, like multiple Russian oligarchs. Like,
And where was that
kids.
school? Paris?
No, southwest of England.
Because you went to uni in Paris too.
Oh, it's uni in Paris. Okay, so
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
So my story is,
Yeah.
went to uni in the UK. So basically, until the age of like 20, I barely travelled. Like, didn't
Yeah.
leave the country. Like, people assume I'm like from like international school background. Not at all.
You caught up a lot, man. I mean, for someone who hadn't traveled until like 20-something years old, you've learned a lot of culture compared to people who travel their whole lives and don't know shit.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey, never say that shit on this show. I want Mgoy.
I did it but for the listeners. I did it with the head wobble.
I understood. I was like, now I get what he's saying. Yeah. Without the bubble, I'm like, why is he just saying make any sounds? This doesn't make sense.
So didn't know much about Hong Kong, but anyway, made that friend, and I thought that she might fancy me, but all that was kind of in the back of my mind. Basically, I got she was connected in the legal world because of her dad, and he introduced me to someone to do an internship because I was training to be a lawyer at the time, right? And this was like 2014, so pre-Umbrella Revolution. The legal system was still very much in English. They were actively recruiting like foreign lawyers, you know, from the basically like Commonwealth legal system. And so I was thinking, how cool would that be to, you know, so I went and did like an internship at the High Court. I was a marshal. So I,
in Hong Kong?
Yeah, for an Indian judge,
Wow.
actually, Mr. Justice Mawini.
Wow.
cool.
Look at this
Sit in
guy
court
work.
and-
So, I mean,
Look at the tables turn.
Yeah,
Look at this guy
exactly.
being the inferior.
So I did research. It was really interesting. So in order to pay to do that, there was this thing called like the Oxford Summer Camp where they'd get Oxford undergrads to teach local kids English and drama and music and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where it was, but I remember it being coastal. It was a lovely school. I remember I could walk to the beach every day. I wish I remembered where it was. But anyway, so when that kind of paid my flights out here, that gave me a bit of pocket money. I had a dorm there. So that was the
And
summer.
you're not doing any stand-up at the time, like no relationship.
I know where it is. Hong Kong University of Science Technology, where you're looking at the ocean, right, the whole time.
It's possible. It was
could
so
be.
long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'd done open mic comedy at the time. So I'd started, my first interest in comedy was in Paris when I was an exchange student in like 2012, 2013. That was the first time I saw live stand-up in a small room. And I'm like, oh, hey, that's the kind of thing you can do.
Oh, and earlier you're saying also our common friend Paul Taylor, that's when he was starting at the time too.
Yeah, so Paul Taylor was like starting exactly the same time. I remember doing a gig with him at the Théâtre Sau Gymnase, which is a little room above. You know, at the time in Paris, there was like one mic a
Could you
week.
say that little Frenchy thing you just said again?
Croissant.
Oh, wait.
So, I mean, I've really fucking ballsed up this introduction. We're 10 minutes in, and I don't even
Hey,
know.
did you see how I introduced you? Okay, trust me, you did a pretty damn good job over there.
But anyway, so the Hong Kong thing was like, yeah, so like I was vaguely aware of the country because of this girl, and then obviously when I arrived, I messaged her. I was like, hey, we should hang out. She's like, no, I'll be in New York with my boyfriend, and I'll be like, that's great.
You have got to be the first white guy who did not successfully get a Hong Kong girl when you were in a home court territory advantage.
I know,
Ollie.
And also at the time, I was good looking. I was like working at the High Court. It's like everything.
Yeah, everything
going
is
for
successful.
me.
Like, yeah,
I mean, my only explanation is that she probably got a better white guy.
yeah,
Right?
probably. Maybe it was the accent.
We
Maybe
can
she
only
wanted the American accent,
we
not
can only
the.
presume.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Yellow.
Perfect.
I bet you it was yellow, dude. It's all coming together now. I get it.
But where she stayed, we stayed in touch. She's a lawyer. Now. Anyway, so I'm very grateful to her because she, through her contacts, got me this. And so it was always like, you know, I wanted to do law, but I didn't really want to stay in the UK. I wanted to travel. So that's when I originally came to Hong Kong. There were loads of mics at the time. So this is 2014. You had like Comedy HK was running stuff.
Brew House,
Take Out,
yeah.
Take Out Comedy was running.
Yeah.
Beat
Yeah,
was
yeah.
running.
The open mics on Tuesday nights, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so, and I remember
The
like.
legendary Gary Jackson was around.
That's
He was
right.
still there. No
Yeah,
faces
yeah.
were shattered. Yeah.
So it was for someone that had like done maybe like a handful of gigs back in the UK. It was amazing. I got up on stage every night, and obviously like, I didn't have any girls to like waste my time. So I mean I really do. I didn't start in Hong Kong, but I really feel like this was like the kick up the arse.
Sure.
And crucially, the really important thing was I met the the Hong Kong pros, the people who were the regional headliners.
Yeah.
And what that meant was when I then eventually moved to Japan, to the south of Japan, Fukuoka, to go take a university research position in trademark law with hilarious consequences. I was like, well, I was into stand-up, but I wasn't like, it wasn't my thing. And I remember there was like I remember talking to a little local bar about putting on a show. And he went, yeah, but are there any comedians here? I went,
in
no,
Japan?
In Japan.
Okay.
I was like, no, but I've met a bunch in Hong Kong. I bet I could fly them over. So it was people like that. It was people like Nick Milnes. I remember a couple of the
Ryan Hynek?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah,
exactly.
Ryan was there.
All that gang.
old school
Garen,
guys,
Garen,
yeah.
of
Guard,
course.
yeah.
Guarantee you, yeah.
And so
you were around too.
I must have been
obviously.
around, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just, I was looking for like funny people, right?
Fair
So-
enough, fair enough. And I was
nice.
too expensive anyway. So. Hey, Ollie was like, you're funny and you're free. Yeah, let's come on over here.
But I do kind of credit Hong Kong to like, and so loads of people gave me advice too, right? Like if I messaged anyone here about how to run a show, I'd get advice because I was absolutely clueless. So I really credit Hong Kong to like helping me start my comedy career. I got all that stage time at the time. I knew what.
Let's go nuts with the word. Let's not go nuts with the word career, by the way. Take it easy.
In British English, career doesn't mean the same thing.
career means scraping by.
Exactly, yeah. He means carer. He's a comedy carer.
Back home, it's a brand for air conditioners.
Exactly.
I don't even know.
He's a carrier. That's all he is. Yeah, he didn't do shit. He just got it on him. you can put on a CV like, "Hey, I got AIDS. You're a carrier, buddy." He didn't get nothing.
As the
All right.
bullying ended.
You're a
Yes.
carrier of comedy. Yes.
It's like Jamie's a carrier of a torch for the Olympic thing. I go on. You didn't tell you the story?
I've seen the story every year on Facebook. So
Go on. Okay, so you're trying to care about comedy in
Yeah.
Japan.
yes, and like so having like I went to the Takeout open mic once or twice, did all these shows at 109. Really like I got a good 10 minutes by that point because I was doing it every night, and then started this room in Fukuoka, Japan. There'd never been stand-up comedy there before. Started getting advice from.
How long before the first visiting comic made a joke about Fukuoka sounding like fuck?
Oh, it was like before.
Everyone,
I mean,
right?
while I was booking them.
While you're building the room.
Yeah, exactly. Because of course the airport code is FUK.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
Nice,
that's like
got it,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's got that same opening. Hey guys,
Yeah.
So I had to type in my. Yeah,
and it's the same as like we were planning to do a show in Nagasaki.
Yeah.
And I started putting the word out. I was like, I hope I don't bomb.
exactly. Yeah.
So to be serious for a minute, because I'm sure the listeners will appreciate it. Because
Don't judge our listeners.
you two don't respect me, but your listeners might.
I'm sure, yeah.
I credit Hong Kong a lot to the fact that I saw what at the time it was a divided community because there was kind of comedy. Hong Kong seemed to have a slightly different patch to take out
Yeah.
comedy.
We're gonna have to do a lot of bleeping on this episode.
Everybody
goddammit.
just imagine the bleeping. I'm
Yeah.
not doing this. Go on, yeah.
But it was also very vibrant. There was visiting headliners coming every single week, and it was like then through being in Fukuoka, I would then fly back to Hong Kong every almost 6 months. It felt
Yeah.
like like Brendan Burns did his tour. I opened for him. I brought a couple of acts to Japan, and we gave them stops at Hong Kong. I think it was at the Arts. What was it?
No. It wasn't with Punchline, right?
No, it wasn't with
Okay, it's the
Punchline.
Arts Center then. I think, yeah.
It was the Arts Centre, that's
Yeah.
right. And so my friend Phil Wang, he came to do a tour,
Yeah.
came out, he did that. And then
Phil blew up.
Phil-
now.
Phil
Wang,
Wang,
yeah, he's
I
huge
know.
now, yeah.
But then he
Yeah.
came back to Hong Kong again to do the Melbourne Comedy Roadshow.
Yeah.
And I happened to be doing, I think, Takeout or something else at the time, so I hang out with him. So I really felt that like this was like a little comedy mecca for me. Every time I came back, I'd meet new people,
Yeah.
have a great time. So really, really grateful for the time here. Obviously, I think the comedy scene here has changed. I mean, basically, at the time, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, if I become a lawyer,
Yeah.
I might just get Hong Kong qualified because it's like basically the same as getting qualified in the UK, and like what a fun place to be.
Correct.
Obviously, then umbrella movement happened almost straight away after
Yeah.
I left. I'm not saying I'm responsible for it. And then slowly, I just kind of got, I came back. I think I did an internship with a barrister's chambers, and they were like, this was like 2016, I think. And that was probably the year where I thought, I'm actually not going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a comedian because I started to.
So
pick up-
2016 was the turning point.
I think so, and that was interesting. It was like it was the turning point for Hong Kong too. I mean, I remember one of the barristers saying, Obviously you read Japanese, so you can probably pick up Cantonese quite easily, right? Because obviously
there's a lot of overlap.
Well, the traditional characters are the same as the Japanese characters, right? They
Yes.
hadn't been simplified. So, and it's true, like I can look at a menu and like more or less work out what's going on. But obviously I can't speak Cantonese. But I thought that would be achievable. I probably could actually learn how to read Cantonese if I needed to. And you need to be able to read documents for the purpose of being a lawyer here, but you don't need to speak Cantonese because you plead in English, right? But I remember one of the lawyers saying, like, although that's technically true, things are starting to change, and the old guard of the British judges, or the old Commonwealth, the Indian judges and whatever else, they were starting to retire or maybe be encouraged to have early retirement, and the lawyers were all going on training courses in the mainland where it was taught in Mandarin, and it's just I just got the sense that like if I'd made this decision maybe 15, 20 years ago, you could have a pretty good career here. And what's interesting about Hong Kong lawyers compared to the UK bar is there's a lot more generalists, right? Because if there's a specialist needed, they're still flown in from other places.
Yeah.
So you can have a lawyer that like deals with lots of different areas of law, and that for someone like me who's absolutely stubbornly not going to commit to anything in his life. That seemed really interesting.
I can see in your comedy career you haven't committed to comedy either.
It's rude. That's what it is. It's rude.
Hey everyone, let's get to comedy. So the last time I was trying to pull out something out of my phone. The last time we saw each other before today, when was it? It was when I
It was yesterday.
Ollie Horn, everyone.
Was that funny?
It was pretty good. Let's go watch the show.
before
Keep that dial tuned in to the Ollie Horn Comedy Hour.
I actually, and that was actually the perfect voice because I wanted to tune into this part. You were the radio DJ side of Ollie.
Oh,
the
right.
reason I say this because we were in Melbourne just a few months ago.
That sounds so glamorous, doesn't it?
Right? So glad we were in Melbourne doing shows, and you were a radio DJ, this guy over here. We were doing a road trip, and for all the listeners over here, Ollie opened our eyes to the power and the art form of radio DJs who can drop the beat and drop the sentence
It's a
at
fun
the
game.
right time. It's a fun game. So what he introduced us to do is that, and this is a good road trip game you can do as well, is that Ollie has a whole playlist of songs that sound great for the first 20 seconds and suck
less.
afterwards. Yeah.
they're like intro clips, right? Like it's like the
No,
perfect.
it's just songs.
yeah.
It could be pop songs, whatever, but
Yeah.
they just have the perfect opening that gives you
Yeah,
just
like
enough
it
time.
starts with a pop.
But no, it's basically it's the music before the lyrics kick in.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
And you're going to say all this stuff, like Ollie will talk about the weather, this and that, and like he'll say perfectly and just round it up and be like,
But the trick is you've got to like say what you want to say and have a really nice conclusion just before the lyrics kick in.
yeah. And Ollie will then, sometimes if the song is like, say, I don't know, baby, baby, something, he'll have something that will just tie it in and something with the baby
Yeah,
end.
that's right.
Yeah, give a call to your girlfriend and make sure you call her, baby, baby. It's like, wow, that was good.
you had also the studio for the radio station was like a glass window
Yeah, well, okay,
onto
so
for
what Vivek
yeah.
hasn't said is I really like radio. As a kid at high school,
Yeah.
I like volunteered at a local community radio. I love radio. I think it's brilliant. And I did a bit of radio in Japan. I was a roving reporter, but I'd also be in the studio sometimes. And you're right. I showed you my
Yeah, you
studio,
did.
and it is odd. It's like in a shopping center. It's a glass booth. So it's like people are looking in and like it's like you're like animals.
I know. I've actually done something like that before. In Mongkok and Langan Place, there used to be this radio on the ground floor where there's a coffee shop and the supermarket.
Yeah.
And the windows, what they have is like when we start recording, the windows like open up and you can see that people see.
Wow, that's
and
so
it rises
cool.
up. We're like over there, go like, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Right. Isn't it distracting though? Like someone is like, flashing you or whatever from the street.
I've got a story like that.
Yeah, go on.
Go for it.
He wins. Yeah, go.
I have an ex, and she still is an ex, who she got really cross with me because she found stuff on my phone that she unlocked while I was sleeping by taking my thumb.
Right.
So all so far perfectly reasonable stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they decided to trash my apartment, and I was living at the time. Before I earned any money, I was living in like a.
Oh, your ex is also my ex. Wow.
She had standards. So it was like a really small apartment with a balcony area that you slept on. So it's like you
climb up.
You climbed a ladder.
Yeah.
And so she removed the ladder, then trashed my apartment. So I was like, I had like front row seats on a balcony watching her trash my apartment, right? So then eventually I'm late for the radio. I clamber down And then she then stands outside that glass window, just bawling her eyes out for the entire 3-hour broadcast. And I was
she's crying. She's bawling her eyes out.
and I was new to the job, right? And I was trying to make a good impression.
Yeah.
And I was already late, and this wasn't this wasn't it. And then the DJ in the studio, the guy who's been like famous guy, been on the radio for 40 years, was like, "Do you know her?" And I was like, "Just a fan, I think." Just probably quite pleased to see you, I'm guessing.
She's just like, I can't believe he's doing it live in front of me.
Yeah.
I have tears in my eyes.
That's what she was there. Yeah. So anyway, that was.
So on the fuck airport story from Fukuoka, last time before you came to Hong Kong was when I was in Fukuoka, 2018, right? So I do the gig, I hang out with Ollie, it's all good. Yeah, it was really fun, super fun. Whatever, blah blah, and I am going on to the next destination. I don't remember. I was still on tour. I don't remember which country I was going to next. But so he puts me on the train to Fukuoka airport. For the context, I had booked the flights. Part of the deal is that I was booking my own flights because I'm doing my tour. So he gave me money and I booked my own flights, whatever. He puts me on the train to Fukuoka airport. Here's the message that I send.
I always make sure if I've got a visiting act, I'll take
him
them to the train station.
So he puts me on the. He puts me on the train, and then here's the message that I send him right after. Dude, my flight's from Saga Airport.
Oh.
How far is Saga Airport from Fukuoka? Because I think what happens is that when I book, I just wrote Fukuoka on the Sky Scanner or whatever, and it gave me the nearest...
A few options, right?
A few options, but they both say Fukuoka. So how did I make that mistake, first of all?
Well,
why did Saga come up? How did I end up booking it?
I mean, it must be because you were looking for the cheapest flights and Skyscanner was showing you regional airports.
Right.
Also, Saga Airport is not Saga's not a million miles from Fukuoka. It's the neighbouring prefecture.
Exactly.
And I used to go to Saga. I used to work for Saga TV. That was my claim to fame.
Hey.
Yeah. So if there was a show called Saga Monosugo, amazing things in Saga.
Saga
and
Monosugo.
Monosugo. Saga Monosugo.
Ah.
Saga Monosugo no Ollie Horn de gozaimasu.
Hi.
Anyway, so neighbouring prefecture.
This is the beginning of the story, by the way.
It would take me about an hour and a half on the train to get
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is the beginning of the story because I realized this on Saga, which is a little far, an hour and a half. I'm freaking out. I'm not going to make my flight. Next message from me goes, dude, my flight's not even today. It's fucking tomorrow.
there. Which is problem solved. What did I respond?
Problem solved. You go, you're an idiot.
Did I say that?
And that's the word I was searching for to find our conversation.
so
You are an
funny.
idiot. You're looking at our messages.
Actually, look, this is good, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of comedy in there.
I forgot about this.
Hold on. Which year was this?
2018. June 2018. Yeah.
Dude, my flight is from Saga Airport.
Oh, yeah, you can read it. Yeah, sure.
Me, are you serious? Holy shit, good luck.
And then doesn't say anything after that, by the way. Good luck. And
go.
then-
He's like, ah, no problem.
Well, because you sent a message saying I'm on the train to Saga. So
Sure.
it's like, well, if you're on the
Yeah.
train to Saga, then you're on the, what can I do?
Did you lose it, or-
I'm connected, but I'm not so connected that I can
Yeah, no, it keeps going. This
Pull
is the
strings.
beginning of a saga, by the way.
Hey,
and so-
Mohammed doing a Viv.
Dude, my flight is from Saga Airport. Haha, I'm on the JR now to Saga. JR's the train line.
Yeah.
Me, are you serious? Holy shit, good luck. What a fucking dick.
He calls his headliner, "You're an idiot. Good luck." He just made money off me, and he's like, "Yep, sure."
And then capital letters, dude, my flight is not even today. Me, you are joking. No, it's tomorrow. I can't stop laughing. Then I'm like, well, Saga's a nice place to be. You're an idiot. He says, you think? I say, absolutely. And I said, there are a few really nice walks. Kora Tashira Shrine is a great view of the city. Yeah, because I recently
I don't know,
filmed
so
there.
let me get so we don't bore people with the entire conversation.
So I said you could spend the day sightseeing, come back here, or I can find you a cheap hotel near the airport. Hang on, I was being nice to you. Go fuck yourself. What about Nagasaki? I was like,
Wait, Mohammed
I'm
started out of
asking, what about
nowhere.
Nagasaki?
said, what about Nagasaki?
He just
Which I
randomly
presume
throws
is
that.
not from a historical context.
It really was because I'm like, I want to see an interesting place,
Yeah.
and I realized Nagasaki is not that far anymore.
Ah.
I don't get why the person who told you your flight was from Saga didn't also notice the date. Because, okay, this is funny. So I presumed he'd got to the airport and they were like, you're in the wrong airport.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, I don't get why the person who told you your flight was from Saga didn't also notice the date was wrong. And he goes, because both of those people are me. Oh Oh my god.
Oh, it keeps going.
then
There is another fuck up.
How are
sends
you
a
still okay
screenshot.
talking to him?
He sends a screenshot of a ticket and asks me to read it. And I said, yes, that ticket says your flight is tomorrow from Saga. He says, I can't stop laughing. I say, you've done a great job.
Oh, wait, yes, okay. So let's get to, like, there is some part after
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Oh man.
And remember, like, from the promoter's point of view, the show's done.
Yeah.
I've cashed out.
Yeah, I don't need to deal with this.
Not my
exactly.
shit.
Read the contract, man.
What
like
con-
literally goes like provide the show, money will be paid, and that's it. There's none of that. Hey, I'll make sure you get on the right plane at the right
I
time.
don't think we had a contract.
So I end up, to flash forward a little bit, I end up going to Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Just to to see the museum or whatever. I had
Yeah.
a day. I come back and
Do you remember the museum? Like what type of
oh, it was
museum
great.
was
It was super fun.
Like what was it? What was in there?
It's literally the entire town
don't
is
normally-
built around like being nuked.
Yeah, people don't normally describe it as fun.
I mean, yeah, it was my sense of humor. Like I walked and was laughing the entire
and
time.
you
It was
walked in
great.
like, oh, look at that explosion over there.
Actually, I went to the Hiroshima Peace Park with Josie Long, who's a British comedian, and she got recognised. And that's the wrong place to get recognised.
yeah, Hiroshima. Yeah,
You don't want to do fan photos in
yeah,
front of an
yeah.
actual bomb.
Here's a message from me. I was trying to talk to him about whatever I'm doing, and I was at Family Mart, like getting Wi-Fi because I didn't have a SIM card, and it says, "Sorry, Family Mart, Wi-Fi just died. Yes, booked it." I guess I was talking about the museum tickets,
Yeah.
and the next one goes, "This museum is amazing. I love it." It's like, I don't even know why I would say that.
yeah.
But then the next one, hold on.
This is
God damn it.
Mohammed's like niceness of after you screwed him, or not really screwed him, how you got screwed over with the whole ticketing thing, everything. He's still trying to converse with you, and like a friend, like, hey, this museum's really nice. You're like,
yeah,
why
and
are
I'm
you
like,
still
I
talking?
don't care about your super museum.
I tried to ruin our relationship. How are we still friends?
I didn't realise that I was brought on this podcast to settle scores. Like, is this all going to conclude with, so Ollie, you owe me money?
Exactly. And that's actually, I remember Mo did tell me, Viv, let me handle this one. I was like, okay, I guess so. We'll let you handle that.
You thought you'd sidetrack me with the radio thing.
Right.
Get me to a false sense of security.
Yeah.
You got 20 seconds to introduce, you're paying me back, bitch.
Exactly, yeah. And here's a song to go with that. Yeah, more money, more problems.
All right, what song would accompany this?
The next message, yeah, booked it at the museum now. I love it. And then the next message goes, no, this is fucking depressing, but they got Wi-Fi.
What a Google review.
Priorities, people.
Oh my God. Nagasaki.
I
It
can
all
imagine-
seems a bit much.
Yeah.
But
At least-
blisteringly fast.
Exactly, yeah. Just imagine going to like the World War II museum and stuff. Like people died, everything. Oh, back then phone. And like the kids like, Mom, why didn't they just use Wi-Fi and message each other? It's like, son. What are you gonna do?
So actually, the part.
One other thing which I will say,
Yeah.
if you go to these museums, they are fascinating. But
Yeah.
Oh,
other
they are.
things,
Yeah.
It will make you call for like nuclear disarmament, 100%. You cannot go
Yeah.
to that museum.
Yeah.
Like that. Also, go and read the guest books because there are some Americans that use the guest books as an opportunity to provide balance to the narrative.
Whoa.
And it's fun.
Oh yeah. So it's like, no, you guys didn't hear our side of it.
no, literally, it is astonishing.
they couldn't hear it because they didn't have any more ears.
You can see the ears melted in the
Exactly,
sky,
yeah,
literally
exactly.
in the helmets.
Yeah.
On display.
Oh my
which
God.
is horrific.
I remember going to the Holocaust Museum and stuff, and I went there and I was like, this is ridiculous, man. They
Oh,
had
no,
a-
we're talking about like museums of things that did happen. So that's not.
Here we go, Mohammed. I'd like to keep this podcast happening, everybody, with maybe one or two Jewish listeners. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So coming back to this, Ollie. So now you're
Coming back to this,
Yeah.
what? There's like 30 open threads. We're essentially seamstresses at this
Oh,
point.
okay. So actually, to finish the
previous-
Nagasaki,
yeah.
whatever, there is a part, Ollie, that you're about to learn about for the first time. The rest of this story
Okay.
is that I also missed my second flight. So I had changed my. Oh, here's what happened. I went to Nagasaki,
Yeah.
and I was gonna go to Saga the next day,
Yeah.
and I realized that I can just change my flight for free or whatever to Nagasaki itself, right?
yeah.
Nagasaki is an airport.
Yeah, or like whatever the
Yeah, exactly. Nagasaki.
This is why he.
But Osaka.
no,
I
there was
see why
another
you
one.
mix up the airports, man.
I think I don't know. It was Nara, whatever. There was another airport closer to me,
Yeah.
and the ticket that I had, I'm like, I can move it to this airport.
He's
that
treating
is closer
airports
to
like
me.
bus stations, isn't he?
exactly. Which one's closer?
Oh,
Like,
if I can't get on that one, I'll just hop on the next.
Yeah, And then I asked the reception to give me a wake-up call, and they did not, and I missed that flight. And then I ended up flying back from Fukuoka. I know when he's there, but I'm too embarrassed to even tell him.
Why would you ask a Japanese reception to do the one thing they can, which is interrupt you impolitely? I mean, what is wrong with you, man? Of course she's not going to call you. She's like, I can't do this. She's sleeping, you know. Like, I bet you their wake-up calls...
Can't do it. He's sleeping. That's so funny.
Wouldn't it be on
I
brand, though?
couldn't possibly.
Wake him up. he's
Imagine like
sleeping.
4 Japanese people standing outside the door,
Yeah.
just hoping I would wake
They're like-
up, and they're all like trying to out-polite each
Yeah,
other.
exactly. They're willing their way. They're like,
Oh my god.
No, you wake him up.
I bet you their wake-up call is silent. Just to annoy you. Oh man, I can imagine that, dude. That's messed up. All right, okay. So now, are you now finally closure for you about this issue?
Yes.
Yeah, you're feeling good.
I mean,
Finally, Mohammed feeling good.
if I have to say one thing, my review of the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum,
Yeah.
great Wi-Fi.
Exactly. I'm gonna go to TripAdvisor and look for that one. Yeah. At least people are like, well, at least the kids will be happy, you know, while we're looking at the history. The kids are like, hey, Dad, look at this one. Let me put it on Snapchat. All right, okay. So coming back to this one, Ollie, you are doing your world tour now.
I've just done.
Hong Kong was the end
Hong
of
Kong
it,
was the
right?
last day.
Ah,
Yeah.
so why did you leave us last, dude? Wasn't Hong Kong the beginning and everything? The whole
But actual reason is like the borders have only just opened, right?
ah,
I mean, literally and obviously to get all the visa stuff done,
yeah,
which wasn't a thing in the past. I mean, I won't be a surprise to listeners to know that visiting acts would just come here as a tourist.
it depends on who's your promoter.
Yeah, I never did
Yeah.
this. I never did this myself, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So it depends who's promoting it.
All right, well,
As a comedian or a promoter, never. I actually never broke any law in my entire life in
Yeah,
any
exactly.
country
I
ever.
would always make sure everyone has a visa, whether it's the immigration one or the credit card. They're all covered, man.
Yeah.
all right. Well, look, you're both talking bollocks. But now, so the promoter I worked with did get me a visa, and the paperwork for that took a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, I couldn't have done this like in September.
Fair enough.
And so I did a whole bunch of dates in September, straight after the Fringe, and then I then went back to the UK, and then I went out to the Australian festivals in January.
Yeah,
And
Melbourne
so I
one,
just
yeah,
did a
yeah.
couple of extra dates either side of those. It's kind of.
So you did Melbourne, you did Sydney. Oh no, you didn't do Sydney.
No, I went to Sydney actually.
Ah.
I did 1 or 2 shows, just mics, because
Oh,
friends
on-
were running it. But I
outside of it,
never,
yeah.
I never really planned to kind of do Sydney.
Ah.
I never spoke to the festival. I never booked a date.
Yay.
But I knew that. Well, I knew I wanted to go to Sydney, and also I was flying to Japan, and it was easier to fly to Japan from Sydney than Melbourne. And actually, what ended up happening was I booked a flight to Japan, which had an 8-hour layover in Manila. And then I was like, well, I better fucking do a show then.
yeah. Nice.
So I was
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Spending 8 hours in an airport or spending 8 hours eating Jollibee?
Yeah,
I know what
exactly.
I'd rather be doing.
All right. Okay. So now that this tour is concluded,
Yes.
what's the big plan for 2024?
I'm quitting comedy. That's the big news, guys.
There we go,
all right,
everyone.
Hannah, guys, be relaxed.
You heard it first.
Ring the bell.
Yeah. Okay. Are you changing? Are you ending comedy as in you're changing the persona? You're gonna be someone else, like Ollie. I don't know, Born. I don't know what.
I'm
something like
well. The
Ollie Horny.
the show that I just did was the show I did for the 2021 Edinburgh Festival.
Yeah.
And it's about I talk about how I put on a bit of weight during COVID. Right. The joke is I put on a bit of COVID fat. Anyone else put on a bit of COVID fat? Yeah, I went up a shoe size. So the premise of the show is body positivity, and so I've obviously had to maintain the weight for the tour.
Fair enough, man.
There we
You
go.
gotta
Yeah.
commit. You gotta
Committed,
commit.
right? So
Oh, yeah.
I see you with your
That
Coke,
is
but
a-
today, let me say, it is the end of the tour. That's why you're having a Coke Zero.
Coke Zero, baby.
Coke Zero. He's like, finally, I
I'm
can
slimming
have a
down.
Coke without the calories.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
goodness, time to go for your health.
So so the tour, so that show's done, and then I'm writing a new show for the Edinburgh Fringe this year, and obviously, like, the way these things work, normally it's on us to sort out the logistics. Sometimes you get lucky and the promoter will sort out like 4 or 5 dates in a row in some
Sure.
region. So I don't really know if I'll be touring the show or how I'll be touring it or whatever, but I do know that I will have a new hour, and obviously the hour then becomes 90 minutes on tour, but I'll have the hour. But I have to have it by August. And if any listeners are at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival,
Oh yeah, we do have listeners to actually go.
Yeah.
every
in that
year.
case, come
Yeah.
and see me. It's at 6:25 Prime time, baby.
Yeah.
AM.
Don't.
Depends on the time zone.
my show is your wake up call.
Exactly. And trust
I
me,
just
you
like my
will
wake up call. It will be very silent.
Exactly. It does make sense because people watching his show do fall asleep. He will.
True.
He will wake you up.
I'm good at comedy. So it's 6:25 every single day at Just a Tonic. The show is going to be called Not Much.
Not much.
Yeah, and that's
What's the inspiration behind the name?
well, it's a
Honesty?
it's a well, kind of. So look, I've done a lot of soul searching. I mean, you've told me that a lot of your listeners like stand-up comedy.
Yes.
And I know we've been very belittling of my skill set, but I really care about stand-up, and particularly doing this last tour when I realised that for the first time I've had people come up to me after the show saying things like, I needed that, right? And I do think that my relationship with stand-up has changed, and I think it's partly we all go through this journey of like stand-up's about us. It's like our brave thing that we're doing, and we're standing in a room facing the wrong way, and we're the clever ones writing the jokes. Then eventually you do start to build an audience, or you do start to kind of, the success of that club's night is on your shoulders. And you do start to learn that actually we are custodians of these audiences' nights out.
Yeah.
And so I've kind of gone through that personal journey myself a bit, just through having played more rooms and, touring my own show. But also kind of realizing that for audiences, stand-up comedy does matter, right? That we think of what we're doing as stupid, and we all know that we've got colleagues that do phone it in and don't treat it seriously. But like I've had some personal shit happen to me in the last year, and I benefited from the escapism that entertainment provides.
Of course.
And also when you're performing stand-up, it's almost meditative in that. And I don't meditate because I'm not I'm not very good at it. But when you're performing stand-up, there's no other thoughts that can go in, right? And if you do your hour right, it's the same for the audience, right? They are so focused on the story that you're creating and the world that you're building that other intrusive thoughts or bad thoughts or trauma or whatever else doesn't enter. So I wrote this show as kind of like me trying to work out why I'm still doing stand up, right? Not from a kind of a career point of view, but more like can I justify its importance?
Yeah.
And so the premise of the show, obviously, you can't sell that, right? That's not,
People we don't want to be like that serious.
Well, exactly.
Right,
So
yeah.
I told this to my PR, and he was like, "Yeah, find another angle."
Yeah.
So the actual angle is I'm talking about all the bad gigs I've ever done, right? So because I've toured a
That's
lot.
crazy, because that was literally going to be my last question to close the episode, was as comedians we bond over hell gigs, and I was going to ask you for a story about hell
Oh well, I
gigs.
mean,
This
that's
is
my
not
next hour.
planned,
Yeah,
but yeah, this is perfect.
but that's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense. You did say you are now currently writing the show for August, which is why you did your whole world tour. Hey, well done.
No, this is why he did the room in Hong Kong.
That's
as
why.
part of the
Exactly. That helped him finally finish writing that show for August. It's like
There you go.
On the
Honestly,
final
I
night.
do threaten audiences with this. And when I tell them, the next show is going to be about all the bad gigs I've done, you guys have made the cut. But by bad gig, right?
Yeah.
I'm also kind of exploring that like a bad gig can be a good gig for the audience, but a bad gig for us,
Sure.
or
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
But actually, I think that a bad gig can be like on a production level, like no stage, no lights, no one's there, right?
Our audience, actually, we talked about this many times. Like, our audience now are almost rolling their eyes. Like, we know what our audience
okay.
is very educated on stand-up.
In that case, you'll know that
yeah.
actually you can have an amazing gig if like all the stars align in weird ways. So that's kind of what the show's about, like talking about how what seemed like absolute disaster gigs. So I talk about how I did a gig where an hour before the gig the promoter died, right?
Oh.
And it's like, but actually that was one of the best gigs I've ever done, right? Because we just experienced some collective trauma.
Technically, someone killed.
Technically they didn't. I mean, he kind of killed himself. It was a motorcycle accident after drink driving. Really, really sad stuff. And he left behind some young children.
Good
But-
job, Vivek.
Well, I mean, I just
Yeah,
wanted to. Hey, follow me on IG Reels for the better comedy, people. I don't put my best shit here. Go on, yeah.
By the way, on that Reels thing, I've got a theory that like one of the reasons it does well is because you mentioned Hong Kong.
Yes,
The
I do
joke's
believe
got
so.
nothing to like, as if the elevator was a
Dude,
Hong Kong
that was a
thing.
conscious decision, man.
If
If you
we're talking
notice,
about like secrets, every episode I titled these episodes of the podcast and the description and stuff. The podcast called Ho Ho Hong Kong. The title, 98% of every title of episode has Hong Kong in it.
Yeah.
And the description has 3 Hong Kongs.
Dude.
in the description. It's just like how
It's
it
full on.
works.
I will
Yeah.
not hide from this. If you look at that
Yeah.
video, Happiness in Hong Kong Happiness, you will see on the thumbnail there's a Hong Kong flag.
Yes.
Inside there, the first phrase, just because it says Hong Kong people, I put the Hong Kong flag there as well.
Yeah.
It's full on, dude. I have no shame behind that.
No, I
And-
mean not anymore. You're like
Yeah.
you're like finally I'm
Yeah.
getting somewhere. So
I mean-
whatever the trick is,
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Put a flag.
Yeah.
That's what the trick is.
But can CapCut like have enough space to say the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, which is what you should be
it
saying.
actually can. It actually
That's what you
can.
should be saying.
This is the
This should be called Ho Ho Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China.
Exactly. It should. It should. However, you also should be funny, but it's
That's
always
funny.
the case.
Not for the Hong Kong audience, not
exactly.
for most of
Trust
them.
me, we're like, yeah, no.
Not for our audience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Last night, I accidentally improvised and claimed that back in the 1800s, opium was part of the Tesco meal deal. I don't know how I stumbled upon it.
So yeah, what's your theory on the reels before we?
Well, I mean, I guess I said it. That just
Oh, the
like-
Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay,
Because
I
I
see,
think
I
what
see,
it is,
I see.
right? I think I had this idea pre-COVID, and I don't think I'll ever do it, so I don't mind sharing the idea. Also,
Yeah.
what's an idea if you've not done it? I realized through gigging a lot in Europe that so many comics would like, the Berlin comics would like, thing about us Germans, right, is we're quite shy people until we get a drink in us, and then we'll just spill the beans. And like then you'll go to Spain. And the thing about us Spanish is, get a few drinks in us. And so my plan was I was going to write a couple of jokes about, thing I've noticed about Istanbul is you're taxi drivers, right? And I was going to do exactly the same
That's a
jokes
great idea.
Yeah.
in like multiple different countries.
Your taxi drivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
so
dude.
I'll just write a bunch of jokes about taxi drivers.
Which literally applies to almost
In-
every
well,
Asian
that-
city.
every
well, that's
Yeah.
the point. And so my theory was
like, wait, okay. On that thought, which country has nice taxi drivers? Let's flip it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I guess what, Canada,
Japan.
maybe?
Japan. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Are they nice? Like,
They're
can you
really
say-
nice.
No, they're polite, but you can probably still complain that like they don't care, they're not smiley. Or
I mean,
whatever.
No, not at all. I mean, I was when I went back to Fukuoka for the first time in 5 years. I took a taxi from the airport, and it was such a pleasurable trip. He firstly, he didn't do the
he
whole.
gave you 5-star review.
No, but like I said to him, I said, "What's changed?" And he was like, "Well, let's talk about it." And so as we were driving through the town, he was telling me which buildings.
But you're also like, you speak fluent Japanese, which to him is rare, right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So that's
No, but I do agree though. I was in Hiroshima and I remember I was taking the taxi from the cruise terminal to my hotel, and it was like a good hour and a half drive. The guy's driving away and everything, like no
you
big
got
deal.
ripped off, mate.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. Right? And I get there and
next
the guy,
time try to go to Saga airport.
Yeah.
It's much more convenient.
Much more convenient.
Yeah, in Hiroshima, was it?
Yeah.
You want to go Moscow Airport and then just take the Trans-Siberian North.
And
Yeah,
make
no
sure
big
you
deal.
call the person who arranged the tour so they can call you an idiot.
exactly. And I'll be like, fuck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good. Yeah, they'd be like, good luck. That's a classic, man. That I think would have sealed. If I saw that message
Yeah.
and you're like, well, good luck, I'm like, what?
It's like that generic message, which is like this. When someone said something and you're like, "Oh no, that sucks, bro," or "Good for you."
Yeah.
It's like some generic, like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
no," or "Fantastic."
Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience call. All that shit.
Yeah.
That shit nobody
Yeah.
cares. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, I think the taxi driver thing. Honestly, Ollie, I think you should just do it.
Yes,
Just
I agree.
because
I think we could do 3. You could do like you could do how people are at elevators. I love that as a premise.
Yes. Okay. I'll take that because I have some opinions on that one. Yes. I'm
But
experienced.
You just need to do like because I genuinely think the more I've travelled, the
Yeah.
more the whole thing of like each individual country's sense of humour is unique. It's bollocks. It's all the same everywhere.
Yeah.
I've got terrible mic technique, haven't I?
Yeah. Very bad. Every single time, man. I'm like oh, he's too far. He's too close.
You're riding the
Yeah.
fader.
Yeah, dude. I'm not even trying to. I'm trying to use the gain because it's much easier for me. Because your damn fade, I have to go up and down,
no.
dude. Yeah, go on.
I normally have a guy.
Oh yeah,
that runs it.
radio guy by
Yeah,
the way.
radio guy. Again, he has
In
a guy holding it. Yeah,
in a radio
exactly.
station, this is a fucking mic stand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, so now
I didn't do radio in my mum's house.
Hey. Let me just say the acoustics are fantastic. It's all designed. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so the taxi idea. Right?
Yeah, so basically come up with like people's approach to drink, late night food, taxis, really generic stuff.
You're right.
But say it's about that city.
Yeah.
Right? And then cut it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work.
Honestly, dude, I think if you pick 10 items and compare city to city to city, it could become a whole show on itself.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly believe that because like the thing is that people will actually want to go to your show and see what's the topic he's picked this time.
Well, do you know what? There's a fantastic French comedian called Sebastian Marx, who, when you're thinking about promoting French shows, he should be next on your list because he's an American guy that does it in French. And he was the guy that used to run the open mics back in the day, 10, 15 years ago in Paris.
Right.
And he tours... He tours relentlessly. Right? He puts all of us to shame. He'll go to all of these regional towns, and he will, on his Instagram, say he'll like go to some arse under nowhere shithole and say what's good to do here, right? And so people will then sometimes they'll just say stuff like, well, the Carrefour's good. The Carrefour's like the local supermarket.
Yeah.
Like just absolute terrible suggestions.
Yeah.
Because that's then fodder for the first 10 minutes of his show.
Yeah.
And then he films it, titles it with the name of that town. And
God damn,
does
of
brilliantly.
course. Gets
So
the whole
smart.
town to follow him.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Because then that way people will now comment on this next post.
Yeah.
He will do that in the next show.
Exactly.
And wait for
It's
that
very.
ad,
I mean,
yeah.
but and also it's not just it's a great idea. He's also brilliant.
No, of course. Yeah.
Damn.
You need to. So, okay, to close this out, give us a hell gig. You have done a lot. This is the end of the tour. A quick hell gig story. And for hell gig, we never used this term before.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a bad room, bad audience, interaction that went wrong, something along these lines.
And if you have it on this tour, that'd be even awesome. Because I'm really curious. The whole tour was there that one or relatively bad gig in the whole tour.
If you had it this weekend, it would be great.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's so we're limited to the last 2 days. Tell us the hell gig in the last 2 days.
Well, actually, I did. The audience last night was boisterous, let's say. And
Please use an easier word. I studied in Hong Kong.
but in the end, well, I
I
was
said it in French, so it's boisterous.
Oui. I know that one.
I was quite pleased with the line I improvised because when you get to the point of the show where like you feel like you're on the home straight and the show was just full of interruptions and things going wrong, and I just wanted to just crack. I just wanted to get to the end of the show, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of was in that point where I was like, okay, I've got about 10, 15 minutes left. I can do this. And then this lady out of nowhere says, I'm from Canada. What do you think about that? Right. And I'd previously dicked on some Canadians or done something, but she just wanted to sidetrack me again. Right. And I was very pleased with this because I said, what did I say?
That's what you said. The silence. You gave her silence.
Well, actually, silence is very powerful.
He actually came up with the line after, and he decided to embrace the story. He's like, next time I tell this story, I'm gonna actually say what I should have said.
Yeah.
Like I actually said it.
Exactly. It's always that comment afterwards, like, I should have done that one. Yeah.
Also, this is such a classic comedian telling a story of a bad gig by making himself look good.
Yeah. I was very pleased about that one.
The most comedian thing ever.
I love how Ollie was saying how he was pleased
And
about
I
his
had
own
the
stuff.
last laugh.
All right. So now she says she's from Canada.
she said, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah.
Right? Which just annoyed me because I just want to finish the gig, right? And I said, I've got nothing to say about that. I'm going to keep my negative thoughts about you to myself. I was really pleased with that because I kind of addressed it.
Yeah.
And moved on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the bad gig story is probably, I'm going to end my show in Edinburgh probably with this story where basically...
Okay, nice. We get a little preview.
So basically I talk about how this gig in... well, I'm going to change because obviously it is sensitive. This poor guy has actually died. So I'm going to change his name.
Oh, that's the guy with the...
Yeah,
okay.
and change the location. But it was in Phuket.
Are you going to change the name and the way that he was dead? I mean, would you change that? Because in the game of Cluedo, if you change too much, nobody wins. Yeah, did I mess that up? Yeah, I am running on. My brain is running on 2% now.
I want to be sensitive, but
Yeah.
I think the kind of the comedic conceit of the whole bit is it's like I'm getting news that this guy's in a coma, but I'm like yeah, but we didn't discuss cancellation fees.
Right.
I get it. Yeah.
So that's kind of how I'm getting into the bit. But
I agree with that.
I turn up to the gig, which is essentially in a brothel, right? I mean, it's like a nightclub where the girls... And this is how insane the gig was. The guy that owned the club
Yeah.
but essentially gave me a nudge to go, any of these girls, if you want them, they're yours.
Right.
As if it was like part of the rider. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'll just have a Diet Coke if that's all right.
Exactly. And he brings the girls. That's Diet Coke. Like, okay, no.
No, they're actually Chinese girls, and their name were Diet and
Yeah,
Coke.
exactly. They're like, you want a pair? Fine. It's like, oh, no.
That one in the corner there, she's yellow.
Yeah. Cream soda. Go on.
But the venue, they gave me a hotel which was look, you've got to be grateful for these things, but it did the pool did give me an STD.
that is good.
I love how he blames the pool.
Oh, of course.
No,
He meant the pool of people he was amongst.
No, I'm serious. Like
The pool he was choosing from. Yeah.
I'm serious because my finger got infected, right? And seriously, my dad's a doctor, and I texted him a picture because it got massive. I was really nervous about it.
Yeah.
And like I said to him, like,
And his girlfriend's just like, finally.
no, but I texted my dad and I said, like, what should I ask for at the pharmacy? And he did ask me this delicate question, like, where might that finger have been?
And your answer was in the pool.
Exactly. It's so implausible, isn't it? Anyway, and so then the gig was in this room where like the promoter hadn't set the room up because he was currently dead. So
You walk in, you're like, did someone die?
no, but like you can imagine, it's a massive nightclub, right? They were expecting 300 people to come. They'd sold about 150 tickets, which is fine, right? You get very workable.
Yeah.
They were expecting walk-ups, whatever. But like, firstly, about 100 people got refunds because they presumed the gig was cancelled because he died. But there was nothing set up. So like, no stage, no lights. Or at least there was lights, but it was like disco balls and fog. So I was through a Thai interpreter going, how do we do less smoke machine, right? How, like, those lasers, not for the show, right? So so basically I tell the story about how they literally constructed a stage, like, you know what it's like in these countries, like there's just a guy that can just do it for you.
Yeah.
So they literally constructed a stage from balsa wood. And, you know, I was like shuffling chairs right up to the end, right up to
Was the stage one of those where, like, normally at the disco nights they have like the models just dancing on their own?
Well,
one of those.
I'm sure that would have been available. They
Have you
literally
been to Thailand? Calling them models is a little...
I'm trying to be politically nice. You know? I felt bad.
I'm
like,
not. This episode is gonna get me canceled. I said like 4 wrong things already. One of them is saying the Nagasaki Museum is very fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm fucked.
God,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Oh man.
This is gonna be get pulled up in like 10 years.
Yeah.
When I finally figure out the reels.
Yeah.
Then I get
Like,
big,
you're
and then I get
just-
canceled.
People are just about to start following. You got the trend. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit 1,000, 10,000 followers, and like, oh, by the way,
And all of a sudden, a traffic spike from southern Japan. Oh no!
yeah, exactly.
And then he sets up a press conference. He flies out there, arrives in fucking Taipei.
So you're arranging the chairs in the game.
So I'm arranging the chairs, and I'm just thinking I've just got to do the best I can. Anyway, then this is where it gets a bit bad.
Right.
Well, actually, loads of stuff happened which isn't even going to make the show because it's so implausible. Like,
Yeah.
like, I went to go get dinner just before the show. I was going to go meet my opener for dinner, and I like got stopped by one of the masseuses. Who was like, "Come for a massage." I'm like, "I just do not like. You have no idea what stress I'm under right now."
Yeah.
Right. Like, I might look like someone that's a sex tourist.
Yeah.
Opposite. Right. I'm at work right now, and I'm late for dinner. And then this lady was like, "You don't need dinner. You need me." She was really persuasive.
Yeah.
Really sexy, and then starts like rubbing my body and touching my like milk spots. I'm like, listen, I do need dinner, right? I really do. And she went, no, you don't. I went, so you're calling me fat? Like, listen. Right? And then she went, no, you're not fat, you're handsome. I went, as a joke, I went, seems like you're calling me fat, right?
Yeah.
And then she realizes that she's not making the sale. So she changes persona to man, which she also is.
Wow.
Right? And then goes, fine, you're fat and ugly, right? I'm like, hang on, we never said anything about ugly. Right? And then we got in a proper fight. But it turned from like a guy and a girl being, like she
Bantering and
presented
stuff,
as a woman, so she's a woman, right? To like very sexy and flirty, to then like her man persona.
attacking you, yeah.
It was just 2 blokes brawling in the street. You
Amazing.
fucking what, mate? No, you fucking what? Right?
Yeah.
Very hard to have a fight with an erection. So, but she handled hers very well. Blah, 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 all the usual blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the point was like and then I got tricked into going paragliding. Seriously, because I had a little bit of money in my hand, and then I was walking.
Wait,
down
that's not also before the gig.
before the gig.
What are you talking about?
I'm serious.
You were just setting up chairs.
You know,
Yeah.
so I set up the chairs.
What time was this? Setting up the chairs.
Like 45 minutes about an hour before the gig.
Okay.
And then about 45 minutes before the gig, I leave, quickly get some food, walk across the beach. I'm feeling really stressed. It's very near the beach, right? So I just clear my mind, whatever. And then the guy like takes my money from my hand and is like,
Yeah, he just grabs it.
It will only take 15 minutes to go paragliding. And then before I know it, he's like strapping me in.
Oh.
And then I get the message on my phone like, before the promoter was in a coma, then I get the confirmation he's dead, and then I'm like, I'm gonna have to deal with that later. And then I'm like, literally look like a bird's eye view of the worst gig I'm ever about to do. Eventually, turn up to the venue in a right old state.
Did you land on the venue?
Imagine
That would have been so.
James Bond style paragliding.
Also, the promoter just died on a motorcycle. However, you make it landing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
exactly.
Flying
Yeah,
in.
exactly. Right. And that's when you need the lasers in the room when you land. exactly.
Anyway, so then I get told by the owner of the venue that like some of the working girls are going to be there to fill out the numbers, and the line I've written for the show is I don't know if I can sell the line, but I think it's funny. It's like, do you know how hard it is to bomb to people who are professionally trained to feign entertainment or enjoyment? You know? I'm not sure how to approach it, but like it was rough.
I think it's relatable enough.
No, they're professionally trained to fake how entertained they are by their clients.
Yeah.
And
it's
here
like, they
they're
couldn't
like,
even
they're
muster
like,
that.
I can't.
Or actually, maybe you can go like another, like the same way, but like say like they're giving the wrong fake reactions.
They're moaning during your show. That'd be good, dude.
You're just trained.
That's good. That's good.
You're like telling a joke about your mom. She's like, "You're so big." You're like, "Are you fat shaming me?"
Hi, my name's Ollie Horn. I'm tall. Oh yeah.
There you go.
As your show progresses, they're like yelling. And like
But
after
they start to leave during the gig as their clients arrive. Anyway, point is, then the guy who owns it is like, I think you should let people know that the promoter has died because like it was all up in the air. So I start the gig by going, "Who's up for a great night of comedy?" Like 30 people splatter of applause. Before we start, it is incumbent upon me to let you know that your mutual friend, insert name of actual person, the life support machine has been turned off in the last 30 minutes, so we will just have a moment's silence.
Yeah.
So I'm starting an hour show with a moment's silence for the.
Oh,
The
man.
worst part for me about this is that you're doing your own intro. That is a big no.
Oh, like, I'm not only doing my intro. There's no music. I'm doing it from a radio mic, obviously, on a stage that couldn't support my weight. It was honest, and like also. There was only 30 audience because so many people didn't turn up, right?
Yeah.
But then those that did turn up had booked the VIP booths.
I know one person who didn't turn up. Okay,
The
that's enough for me. Turn my mic off.
The VIP booths. What's the difference between a normal booth and a VIP booth? A basket of chicken nuggets.
Oh god.
Anyway, so look, I obviously need to turn this into a coherent story, but I don't think I'm going to get a worse thing happening than the actual promoter actually dying.
No, definitely.
Hour before the gig, but I just need to turn it into a palatable story.
I mean, like, the only one little comment I'd have is like keep those the hookers in the room. Don't let them leave just yet, because like I would love like after your show's done, nobody gets up there to sell like cigarettes and just like that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know.
Well, yeah. Again, like them, like usually after their work, they have a cigarette.
Yeah.
But you're so stressed that you're having a cigarette with them outside.
But you know what's interesting? Actually?
And they ask you to pay them after you're done.
There you go.
What's
Yeah,
interesting is I did hang out with them after.
Huh.
Look, we share more in common with them than almost any other profession. Just to be
Absolutely,
serious,
dude.
right?
Absolutely.
They were fun, cool people, right? Who are like earning a living. They've got hustle.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching them switch it on and switch it off just like we do, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like I've not used their services,
Yeah.
right? But I really respect what they do.
Yeah.
And like also like just spending that time kind of hanging out with these, they're called bar girls, I guess. But you know, they're kind of on the clock. But then, you know, I just, you know, actually hanging out with them after, I was just like dancing with them, right? It was just fun.
Right.
Did actually make the whole night really palatable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. No, I do agree.
That's how I met my wife.
Hey, that's the Ollie inside joke. That's my wife.
That's my wife.
That's my wife. So if you ever hang out with
wife.
Ollie, don't be fooled when he actually points at random people and says that's his wife, because that's actually not his wife.
Yep. Yeah, he did that to me a few times this weekend.
That's my wife.
Initially, I was confused because I'm like, man, I'm sorry, dude. Like she just walked away and ignored you.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
He also walked out of last night's gig going, "They laughed."
Yeah,
So it's just
exactly.
like he says a lot of
Yeah, he
stuff.
says a lot of shit.
I just think it's
Yeah.
really empowering to have a wife.
It is. It's absolutely empowering.
It's my wife.
Yeah, I mean,
That's my wife.
hey, you know
That's my
what?
wife.
Whatever believe in the mind can
Yeah.
eventually be realized in the real world.
That's
It's always
my,
that.
that's my
the
wife
way-
you're talking about.
Hey, fair enough, man. You know, that's fair enough.
Ollie, thank you so much for coming on, man. This has been an absolute pleasure.
For you.
How do people?
Exactly. I've been enjoying it. So hey,
How do people find you online now? How do people find your next shows and all of that shenanigans?
OllieHorn.com, Ollie Horn Comedy on the Instagram.
so it's OLLIE.
OLLIE.
Yeah,
Or
and then-
Ori. Oh, it's
Ori.
Yeah.
it's a katakana o. So they katakana no ri.
You know what you should do as a joke? Buy the domain Ollie Horn. Just buy the domain and redirect it to Ollie
Oh,
Horn.
that's funny.
That would be funny, dude.
It's probably going
Is
very
it
cheap.
$9.99 funny?
That is hilarious for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that joke going everywhere you go. Like if you, and in case you know you have a problem, it's olliehorn.com as well, and it'll be so good because the websites will be identical, and people wouldn't know the difference. They would actually really think it's two.
I agree for.
Yeah,
with
dude,
this.
Ollie Horn would be really Ollie Horn.
I don't think you're
Whoa,
allowed to
okay,
do
so
that.
both of us are
I'm
getting-
allowed to do that. I
Yeah.
don't think you're allowed to do that.
I am Asian. You're not. You may speak the Asian, but I'm the actual Asian.
Speak the Asians.
Why don't you learn to speak the English, mate?
No, I won't.
All right, thanks everyone.